But I can edit it, so we'll just start there. Make sure you're in. So, but I want to start with the deer story.
With what?
The deer. The story of the deer. The one that you just shot.
I don't know nothing about that. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
All right. I shot a buck, a little one. Little one. Embarrassed me. I wasn't going to shoot it. Patty said shoot, so I shot. And I missed it.
Uh-oh.
Because all I could see is part of his head. So he raised his head up, and I said, one more. And I knocked him. I hit him right there, right in the top of the jaw, right next to his neck. He went down. Patsy went over there. I can't get out of the truck that fast, so she gets over there first. Still breathing. Man, I grabbed that son of a gun by the horns because his eyes was closed. And that's bad when a buck's eyes are closed. And I grabbed him, and I looked and I said, boy, I didn't hit him very good. And then the war was on. We got him, though. Finally, Billy come and cut his throat. I couldn't cut it with that little knife. Wouldn't cut it. So I wasn't letting go of him. He beat me to death. That ain't the first time, no. I've had that 2 or 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
Or more.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's all you need to hear about that.
And then so what? So Uncle Bill came and Uncle Bill finished the job?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then he cut his hand and kicked Billy, and it was pretty exciting. We had fun anyway. We was laughing like crazy.
That's awesome.
And Patsy helped.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. So were you born here, Papa?
Huh?
Were you born in Indian Valley?
I was born in Quincy. That's the only doctor there was is in Quincy, so they took me to Quincy took her to Quincy to have the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Over the old Shoefly Road.
Wow.
See, the new road wasn't there then.
Oh my gosh.
Go to Indian Falls and go down the hill and up, wound and round, and then to Quincy.
Oh my gosh.
Then I stayed there 3 days, and I come home to Crescent Mills. I stayed in Crescent Mills till I was 18.
At the store?
No, yeah, I lived behind the store with, And then I got married.
At 18?
Huh?
At 18?
I was 18 May, married 12th of November.
Oh my gosh.
18.
Holy cow.
So then I had a woman to feed.
So you were only
Huh?
you were only 18 when you got married? Holy cow. Wow. Wow.
I was working in the woods. I was setting chokers then. Because they wouldn't let me work in the woods because I wasn't, when I was 17, they wouldn't let me work in the woods because you had to be 18 to work in the woods then. And I already been working in the woods since I was 12 and a half years old.
Oh my gosh.
And then they said, you can't work in the woods, you ain't 18. So I had to come and, I went setting chokers for old Willard Larson.
Oh my God.
Where's the baby at?
She's coming in. She's coming in.
Papa Sam.
Hi,
Hi.
This is such a
What you? Oh boy, ain't that good, huh?
Yay! Yay!
Is that a salami?
That's okay. Did you give that to Papa Maze? To Big Papa? Oh, good.
Hey, that's all the bigger my deer is.
Yeah, I see him out there. He look good.
That's funny.
Okay, thank you for the sausage before I forget.
Yeah. You guys can
All
that.
right.
So, did you always want to work in the woods?
Huh?
Did you always want to work in the woods? Is that
No, I
what you
wanted to be a trapper first while I was going to grammar school.
You did?
All I thought about was going and checking my traps. Make me go to school. I couldn't run them all in the morning. Wasn't enough daylight.
Where you sent traps up here?
Yeah, all over Crescent Mills. I trapped skunks and muskrats mostly. I wasn't smart enough to catch coyote yet.
Oh my gosh. And you went to high school in Greenville?
Huh?
You went to high school in Greenville?
Yeah, I went to grammar school in Crescent Mills till I was in the through the 6th grade.
Uh-huh.
And then we went to Greenville for 7th and 8th junior high, and then the 4 years of high school.
Oh my gosh. And you lived by the store the whole time?
Behind the store. We lived, for a while we lived over there until my grandfather died. We lived in a house right past where the hotel is, just 2 doors down.
Oh, down. Oh,
And then we moved behind the store.
that when he died?
Huh?
When he died? When your grandfather died?
Yeah,
Oh.
because Dad had to run the store and be there with Nana, you know. So that's what we did. Then I went to school there. Then we moved to Greenville, and then we went to Greenville to school.
Is that where you met Grandma?
Huh?
Is that where you met Grandma Ray? In high school?
Yeah, but not till, I don't know. I don't know if she, ninth grade I think she come
When did she?
first time.
Which grade?
Huh?
You don't know which grade?
She can go.
When she came?
I don't remember. That's too far back. Sometime in high school. It didn't make no difference. She wouldn't go out with me. I asked her every morning and every night when school was over.
You did?
Yeah, for 2 years, and she never would go out with me. What are you laughing at? She wouldn't go.
And she finally did.
Yeah, that was her mistake, or mine. I don't know which. And we was married 46 years?
Man. Wow. That's amazing.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh, no kidding. And then, so when you got married, did you move here? Where did you live when you were first married?
I had a little trailer house
You did?
that leaked like a sieve. You'd have to get up in the morning. We slept with a canvas over us. You get up in the morning, open the door, and let the water run out.
Oh my gosh.
That's how it bad it leaked.
And where was that part?
Over by Openshaw Ranch.
Where is that on by Greenville?
Is where Don Howard's got his thing down there, all these little shods. There used to be big barns there.
Oh.
Huge barns, big feedlots.
And that's where you lived?
And then
That's where you lived in your little
I
trailer?
lived right there by the bunkhouse where that was a trailer was parked there. Gene said move in that till you find a house. But I was building a house at that time.
You were?
And then we only lived there about 3 weeks, and we moved in the house. No windows, no walls around the toilet. The toilet was set, and no one cook stove, and a basin underneath the faucet for your water.
Oh my gosh. Where was that?
Huh?
Where was that? The house?
It was right next to where I was raised when I was a little kid, right in Crescent Mills.
Oh, that's neat. That's cool. And then when did you come here?
52. I was married in 50. In 52, we got this place.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. And you lived in the old house, right? Behind the old house?
That one.
That's
See,
cool.
we had all 5 kids was still living there.
In Crescent Mill or up
No,
there?
in that old house.
Oh my gosh. So
But we was building this one. 4 kids moved down here, so the 5th one, Ross, he'd bawl because all the kids are staying down here when he was just a year old.
oh my gosh.
So we had to move down here.
Oh my gosh.
And this house wasn't done either.
Right. That's amazing. And so when was your first child born?
Huh?
How old were you when you were a father?
Sorry, Turtle.
19. No, 20. I was 20.
Wow.
I had to have the sign to have a baby. I had to have my dad sign to get married.
No, you did.
Wasn't very funny.
Oh my goodness. Where did you get married? Did you?
Reno.
You went to Reno.
Grandma Olds, to her church
Oh, really? Do you remember where that was?
in Reno.
Just in Reno. Yeah. That's. So you got married in a church, though. That's good.
Huh?
You got married in a church.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of people there, or just?
Yeah, full.
Really?
It was just a little church. I don't know what kind of church that was. Some crazy church, like the rest of them. Anyway, I started walking down that aisle, Abby. And I says, this is the last chance in your life to run. You better go. I got down there about halfway, turned around and sneaked a peek backwards, and all Ray's cousins, there's a guy same age as me or a little older, all sitting in the aisle right next to there. Because he said, we figured you was going to run and we wasn't going to let you. There's laying for me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh yeah, we had a wild time.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Oh.
So then,
Then we got married.
Drink that.
And we went to a motel. We went to a movie first because we ain't 21. You can't go no place.
right?
So we went to a movie, and then we come back to motel. And she wanted a hamburger. About 12 o'clock, she wanted a hamburger and a milkshake. You know what I did, Abby?
What?
I jumped in a car and went up to the fast food place to get a hamburger and a milkshake. I couldn't find a goddamn motel. I drove all over that, Quincy.
Reno?
So finally I come to the service. I saw this cop sitting at the service station. I went over there and I says, I'm in bad trouble. He said, what's wrong? I said, I just got married today and I took my wife to this motel and she wanted a hamburger and a milkshake and I can't find a damn motel. He said, what'd that look like? And he led me back there and he just laughed and waved.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh man.
Well, I don't want to tell you all these things.
No, it's good. It's great.
Yeah, but you got them. You could write them down. Don't put them on that thing.
Well, I'll write them down too. But I have to remember. Let's see. So.
Okay, then I got 21. But see, all I wanted to be was a timber faller anyway. Because I failed timber from the time I was 12 and a half till I was over 16. When they run me out of the woods. It was quitting time in the fall anyway. When they run me out. Because the insurance says you can't hire anybody under 18. Already been working there for 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
Worked with a Pollock. Never spoke one word to me. I not one word of English ever.
How did that work? How did you communicate?
Huh?
How did you work together?
Hand signals.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Go to the bar. That man, put your money down. It's your turn to buy.
You. Oh my goodness.
But you went in the bar just like a man. See, that was a company town. There's no law there.
Which town?
Westwood.
You were working in Westwood.
He was in Westwood.
How would you get there?
Walk over the hill by the Buffalo Ranch, you know, Cook's Creek. Go up that trail, go over the hill, hit the railroad to Westwood and go.
You'd get on the train?
Huh?
You'd get on a train?
Get on to catch a train in the evening, 5 or 6 o'clock.
And this is, how old were you? How old? You were a teenager?
Huh?
You were a teenager when you did this? How old were you when you caught the train?
12 and a half, first time.
Oh my gosh. When that was in the summer?
Huh?
In the summer when you, between school?
Yeah, it was right after school, June.
And so you'd go in the day and work and come home at night?
No, stay over there in the logging camp.
Oh my God.
Huh?
That's crazy.
A pair of Levi's cost you 50 cents. No, 75 cents for a pair of Levi's. 50 cents for a shirt like this. And 25 cents for shorts and a t-shirt.
And you would...
And your socks was 15 cents or something for nice wool socks.
Wow.
A pair of cork boots, them days cost you about $30.
And you would buy that at the company store?
Huh?
You'd buy it at the company store?
Yeah, all they never paid you. They only pay you 20% American money, the rest are tokens.
Oh my gosh.
And then you spent them in a company store.
That's terrible. I mean, that they own you. Know, they own they own so much. That's crazy.
Yeah, they own you.
Jeez, that's crazy. And so were your mom and dad mad? I mean, did they let you go or?
They didn't know where I was at. Hell, sometimes I'd stay out in them hills all summer, us kids, and try to hide. We wouldn't come home. 4 or 5 of us.
Oh my gosh.
And there was one Forest Service guy. Instead of fighting fires, doing anything he ever did, all he did is ride that horse trying to find us. He'd come back every month because he'd run out of grub, get some more. He said, "You might as well forget finding them kids. They move camp every day. That damn horse hits a horseshoe on a rock, you know, and they hear it and they're gone." And he says, you don't know what creek they went to. They're going to eat fish. That's all they got to eat.
And you just stay
Except
in
the sheepers and the cow camps. We'd go to them, Clover Valley and stuff, and they'd give you them dried prunes and all that stuff, and then we'd go again.
Oh my gosh.
And they wouldn't tell on us either.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's such a different. That's amazing.
In the wintertime, we trapped. Started in beavers and stuff.
All in
That's what you snowshoe. Here to Murdoch Crossing, 35, 40 miles.
As a 12-year-old?
Huh?
As a 12-year-old? When you were 12?
No, I was about, maybe 14 when I went there the first time.
Oh my God.
But I didn't go that far. I went to Babcock. And then I just kept running out of beavers, and I'd keep going on every winter.
Man.
And that's where I met Tita,
Who's that?
Paiute Indian girl from Doyle.
And she was trapping too?
No, she was up there where I had my food stashed. But she didn't know it was there. But I was down there and held them game wardens after you all the time, you know, because I only carry 2 traps with me. And I kind of post them in a different way. I couldn't tell you how I got it.
Oh my goodness.
But I run into her. She was all beat to hell.
Oh no.
Somebody beat her up real bad. She was probably 15. The same age as me, maybe a little younger. So I said, you better come with me. I'll up there and I'll feed you. She says, where you got food? And I took her up there and showed her that cave I had there above the bridge. And I had it all stashed in there, canned food and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Because you can't carry it with you, it's too much.
Right.
Because when you go back on snowshoes, you can only carry 80 pounds. You sink in the snow, you can't carry more than 80. And I tried 100 and you can make it.
Wow. Wow.
So anyway, that's what I did in the wintertime. I trapped, and I cut logs in the summer.
Wow. That's amazing.
Raised kids.
So when you so you were 20 when your first
Huh?
you were 20 when you had your first child, and then how old when you had Uncle Ross?
I don't know, probably there was 10 years somewhere along there. Every other year, they come whether you wanted them or not.
Oh my goodness. Oh. So what I wanted to, because I'm 31.
Yeah.
Can you believe I'm 31? Oh my gosh.
No, I
know.
can't.
I can't either. So what I wanted to know what your life was like when you were 31. You must have been here.
Where was I at? 31.
Brian said you just built the house here.
20, 18, 52, 62, 72. 1972.
See the babies?
I must have been cutting logs for Cy Brown.
Wow. A timber faller?
Huh?
A timber faller?
Yeah. And that's all I ever did.
Wow.
Then 64, I went to work for, 64 to 74, somewhere in there. And I cut logs for Moke. And then I went to work for Erickson. And then I stayed there 8, 9 years too. And helicopters and everything, you know. Then I quit and bought ranches.
Oh.
But I had the ranches before. On the last 10 years I was buying this ranch. And I got this one bought. And then Brian, let's see, how in the hell did he do that? You guys wanted cows or something after you got married. And you rented ranches around.
Sheehan's, yeah.
Huh?
And DeFanny's and Sheehan's.
Where'd you go first? Not Shin's.
DeFanny's.
DeFanny's first and then Shin's.
Wow. So when you you didn't have the ranch. Careful, sir. You had when you built this house. It was just the hill. It wasn't the ranch too.
No, it was just this here.
Come on. Wait,
It didn't have the ranch. You couldn't buy a ranch in this valley. Nobody would sell them.
I think they didn't coat.
Then Cliff got too old to ranch. He said, "I'll sell it to you."
This guy over here. Yeah.
He come down one day. I shouldn't even tell you this.
Yes.
Cliff come down one day about 6:30. He was mad. Him and McIntyre been fighting over the price, and McIntyre wouldn't pay it. He come down and he says, "Sam, I want $350 an acre for this ranch. I want $15,000 down. I want $500 a month and 5% interest." Ray just went to work. She was post office. She went to work. So I said, "All right, Cliff, wait a minute." So, well, I phone up the bank and tell them I need $15,000 by 8 o'clock because I have to go to Quincy and sign the papers. He said, "Okay, Sam." He said, "I'll give you $15,000. Slipped the check under the door, and I just grabbed it and jumped in a car, Cliff. Went to Quincy, went to the title company, signed the papers, and the ranch was mine. That quick.
That's crazy. That never happens anymore.
By 10:30, I was back to the no, I had to stop. I stopped at the post office and told Ray to sign this paper, and me and Cliff jumped in. She said, "What you do?" I said, "I bought Cliff's ranch." And I just run out and got in the car and left. She couldn't catch us. She had to stay in the post office. So they signed the papers. I come back, Abby. Had to go to the bank. My checking account was zero. I mean, my checking account was overdrawn. I had $3 in my savings account, and that was it. What am I gonna? He said, "What am I gonna put up for that $15,000?" I said, "All I got's kids." He did something and juggled around, but I paid him right off quick as I could.
Wow, that's amazing. Crazy. Oh my goodness. So when you were working, did you leave really early in the morning? Did you have to leave really early? Like when you
See, when I was working for like Moak and like Cybran and all them guys, the crew don't go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock. It all depends on the daylight. You be there at daylight where you start cutting the logs. All right, just vary down the line, and that's when they left then. But then when I was helicopter and then had this big job for Erickson, I'd leave 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I wouldn't get home 2, 3 o'clock at 11 o'clock at night. Be back going at 2 or 2:30.
That's insane.
I did that for 8 years. Hard.
Oh my gosh.
Too big a crew, too much. Erickson got me too big all the time. He made me get too big.
Yeah.
Hell, I had up to 35 guys falling timber at one time.
Wow.
You don't have time to even sneeze.
Gosh, that's crazy. And would you take breakfast and a lunch, and would you bring your food with you?
You eat when you're hungry and drink when you're dry. If whiskey didn't kill you, you live till you die.
Oh my God.
How you like that one?
That's a good one. There's a Papaism for sure. And then what would you do on your day off?
Didn't have a day off.
You didn't?
Not for 8 years. And then I hate when I come home.
He's in his pool.
That's crazy.
I wanted that ranch, so yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's what I did.
So it was you cut hay on the ranch?
Oh yeah. You see, I didn't have no winter range till Brian come along and figured out the winter range business.
Oh.
He had to. That's because then I was running about. At first probably. Well, I didn't have none of these fields fixed because I plowed them all and fixed them at one time, He had them wheel lines running and everything. But I just had this ranch to take care of.
Right. That's crazy.
But now it's all changed. Everything's different.
I know. But what would be like something you guys would eat for dinner as a family? What would you eat for dinner? Like when Grandma would cook dinner?
We'd go buck hunting. We'd go fishing. We always sneak a time in to go for a half a day or something.
That's fun. Yeah.
But we'd go fishing and stuff. But the kids had everything they wanted to do here. You know, they was busy. They had their animals and
He
everything.
was down there.
So they was busy. And then I'd try to get to a ball game and all that.
That's
But
fun.
it was hard, you know, couldn't get everywhere.
Yeah.
But had too much to do. Hell, you get 5 kids, you got lots of mouths to feed.
I know. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Huh?
I can't imagine. That's a lot of responsibility.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, the first one come. He was only 20 years old when he come.
Man.
And hell, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they go to school in Crescent Mills? The kids.
They started in Crescent Mills and ended up in Greenville. They went all the way through to Greenville.
And then Grandma worked after they went to school?
Huh?
Did she start working after they went to school?
Oh, she drove school bus. She did everything.
She did?
Yeah, she'd do anything.
Oh my gosh.
And what else? She did that. And then she worked on a post office on Saturday when Dad had it. And then she got the post office when he died. See, that's good.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
Yeah. And then
then what else? I don't know.
that's cool. Yeah, so would everyone did you guys all have a time when you would sit down and eat together? Like, was dinner always at 5? Was it very structured?
Well, Red worked till 5. Then she'd cook till 6. But they'd eat. And maybe sometimes she'd just have something I just swallow. Lay down on the floor for an hour and she'd kick me and I'd get up and go back to work.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
We'd
That is-
had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had a ranch to pay for and 5 kids to feed and go to school and
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But what was my dad like? What was he like as a little boy?
one time, well, I'll just think of one time.
Okay.
One time Ray says, "Man, our spring's all muddy again." I don't know. It was on a Saturday and I didn't have to do something. And it was 11 o'clock. She saw our spring water's all muddy again. Went up there and looked. It was muddy. All right, you kids, what have you been? You been up that spring? Found them all but Brian. Didn't find Brian. He was in there catching frogs and he was up in that cedar tree drying out. That's just one time
Yeah.
with your dad.
Oh my god.
And
That's so funny.
These are my boots.
what else?
And here's your boots.
Oh, shoot. He wasn't such a good guy either. He wasn't tame.
He was naughty.
Huh?
He was naughty.
Well, no, I wouldn't say naughty, but not nice.
Oh my goodness.
All right, shut that off a minute,
Okay.
because I got to quit talking for a while.
Okay. We're almost done. Almost done. Just one more question. So what if you could give one bit of advice to myself or to Spencer or any of your grandchildren or to Maisie, what advice would you give us?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I like that one. What else am I supposed to tell you?
I don't know.
How'd you like that one, Heather?
That's a good one.
Huh?
If you think about doing it, don't do it.
I like it.
Put your boots on.
Just work hard and live fast and die young and have a good-looking corpse.
That sounds good to me.
Huh?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't stay still. You gotta make progress somewhere. Doesn't matter how you do it. You just gotta try something. But everybody's got their own idea what they want to do, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted to be a timber faller, and that's what I ended up at. And I did that. Then I bought cows till they started beating me up. I'll get rid of them.
Now you have.
Then I didn't have nothing.
That's cool.
But I still like my animals.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to tell you, Abby. That's
sounds-
all I did all my life.
That sounds good. That sounds
But
good.
it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It was fun.
Always had a lot of, there was always something going on, trouble somewhere. Never quits that trouble. It comes all the time.
That's crazy. That's great. And what about gardening? When did you get into gardening?
Huh?
The tomatoes and all the gardening.
Oh,
When-
after I was older, after I quit really cutting, after went to ranching. But hell, I thought I was only on a ranch 10 years. I was there 25 years.
Yeah.
Things pass. See, you can't work in the woods too long. I think I was 60 something when I quit working in the woods, 58 or something.
Wow. That's crazy.
But then I wanted to go ranching, so I quit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Brian was still cutting logs then.
I remember.
And then he cut for Dick Yates and all them guys after I quit cutting logs.
It was when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That's neat.
And you're 31. That's a long goddamn time ago, you know.
Don't say it.
Huh?
I know.
I thought you didn't think you was that old already.
I know. Can you believe it? I can't believe I'm 31. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy.
is.
That's funny. Well, I think that was everything. I think that's good. I mean, it's
I
fun
don't know
talking
what
though.
else
It's
to
just
tell
fun to talk. It's just I like it. So
And then, you know, the last 5 years, my housekeeper fixed me.
she did.
She come and cleaned house for about 6 months. And she said, "Oh, I gotta retire. I won't be back down to clean your house no more. I'm going someplace." I said, "Well, do you retire? There's a bedroom down there. Pick any one you want except mine. Go." So she did. She moved one blanket and one little bag of clothes in. And a week later, you couldn't get in her room.
Pick the smallest room.
And you still can't get in her room. You walk in and back out. That's the only way. And she gives me hell for not cleaning up my table.
It's a lifesaver. She's a lifesaver. Man, that's fun. That's fun. Did you ever want to live anywhere else, or did you always want to live here?
I was glad to get home every time I went somewhere else. I was glad to get home when I'd go buck hunting, you know, like Colorado or something. That was my week to do anything. And Christmas Day.
You didn't work on Christmas Day?
Huh?
You didn't work on Christmas Day?
No, never. But I always opened the presents and everything and got them done. Had to see what she bought, because I didn't know. And then I'd go buck hunting. But I always hunted bucks on Christmas Day. Half the time I missed Christmas dinner.
That's not good. Yeah.
Oh, and I worked in tunnels.